Hello, little ones. Welcome back to another bedtime story from the Bible, where we learn about God's love and His wonderful plans for us. Tonight, we have a special story about faith, promises, and how God watches over us. Are you ready? Let's begin. A long time ago, in a land called Canaan, there lived a man named Abram and his wife Sarai. They were good people who loved God very much, but Sarai was sad because she didn't have any children. One day, she had an idea and said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children, but maybe if you marry my servant Hagar, she can have a child for us." So, Abram listened to Sarai and he married Hagar. Soon after, Hagar found out that she was going to have a baby. But something changed in Hagar's heart. She began to feel upset and looked down on Sarai. This made Sarai very sad, and she spoke to Abram about it. Abram told Sarai to do what she thought was best. Sarai was so upset that she treated Hagar harshly, and Hagar ran away into the desert, feeling scared and alone. But guess what happened next? An angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring of water and spoke to her. Hagar was comforted by the angel's words and knew that God was watching over her. She returned to Sarai and Abram, and later she gave birth to a baby boy named Ishmael, just as the angel had said. Years passed, and when Abram was 99 years old, God spoke to him again. God made a special promise or covenant with Abram. He changed Abram's name to Abraham, which means father of many nations, and promised that Abraham would have many descendants. God also changed Sarai's name to Sarah and promised that she would have a son, even though she was very old. One hot day, 3 visitors came to see Abraham. They were messengers from God. Abraham welcomed them and offered them food and rest. One of the visitors told Abraham that Sarah would have a son within a year. Sarah was listening from inside the tent and laughed because she thought she was too old to have a baby. But the visitor said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Later, as the visitors were leaving, God shared with Abraham that he was going to see the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah because of the great evil there. Abraham was worried and asked God if he would spare the city if there were righteous people living there. God listened to Abraham and promised that he would not destroy the city if he found even 10 righteous people there. That night, Abraham felt peace, knowing that God was watching over him and his family. He knew that God keeps his promises, no matter how impossible they might seem. And soon, just as God had promised, Sarah would have a son named Isaac. And that's the end of our story tonight, little ones. Remember, God always keeps his promises and he watches over you just like he watched over Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar. Sleep tight, and may God bless you with sweet dreams. Good night. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to hear more wonderful stories from the Bible. See you next time.